Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and welcome to episode 5 of Fireside Stories, The Forbidden Ruins, A Tale of Terror, Part 1. John is a battle-scarred veteran in his mid-30s, standing tall at 6 foot 2 inches with a muscular build and long thick beard. His rugged face is weathered by the horrors of war and lined with wrinkles that spoke of hardship and experience. John had lost his wife and 2 children in the recent war, leaving him with a deep sense of loss and grief that he could not shake. However, he was not one to wallow in self-pity. Instead, he decided to channel his pain into a new purpose and became an adventurer. The war had dragged him to far-flung corners of the world, but now he wants to seek out new experiences and challenges that will test his limits. He is not afraid to take risks, whether it's climbing a wizard's tower or diving into the depths of an ancient tomb. John's military background had given him a keen sense of strategy and the ability to make quick decisions under pressure. He is also skilled in combat, able to defend himself in a fight and protect those around him. Despite his tough exterior, John has a compassionate heart and often found himself helping others in need. He had seen the worst of humanity during the war and is determined to make a positive difference in the world. On his journey to become an adventurer, John found a renewed sense of purpose and a way to honor the memory of his family. Though the scars of war would always be with him, he has found a way to keep moving forward and make the most of the life he had left. After traveling for what seemed like an eternity, John arrives in the bustling city of Arcadia, feeling a sense of excitement and anticipation. He had heard that there are many opportunities for adventurers like himself to earn some extra coin and to have some fun, and he is eager to get started. His first stop is the Adventurers Guild, a lively hub of activity where adventurers of all kinds gather to exchange information, share stories, and find work. John pushes his way through the crowd until he comes to a notice board packed with overlapping pages of various quests. His eyes scan the job postings when he feels a tap on his shoulder. He turns around to see a man towering over him. Now, John was tall, but this man had a good 10 inches over him. Not to mention, his muscles were huge. This man has to be a barbarian. He had seen them on the battlefield, but never this close.
Are you looking for a party?
The man asks.
Yes.
We have an opening if you are interested.
Thank you. Do you have a job picked out?
Yes, we are off to explore some ruins. There are goblins causing some nearby villages some trouble.
Sounds like the work I've been looking for.
I am called Marcus.
Nice to meet you, Marcus.
Without hesitation, John joins the party. Marcus helps John register with the guild to get his adventurer's license. Without a license, adventurers can't get paid for the work they do. Marcus leads John out of the Adventurers Guild and introduces him to the rest of the party. He first introduced Kiera. She is quite a bit shorter than John, only about 5 feet he estimates. Her long brown hair drapes over her shoulders and accentuates her soft tan skin and brown eyes. She is a nimble rogue with quick wit and a sharp tongue.
You do not want to get on her bad side,
Marcus explains jokingly. She is an expert at stealth and disarming traps, but her small stature means she isn't able to withstand attacks very well. Next is Lilith. She is taller than Kiera, but still shorter than John. She is wearing a dark cloak that covers most of her head, but he can tell that she has short black hair and fine pale skin.
She is our magic user,
Marcus states.
Oh? What kind of magic?
John asks.
You don't need to know that.
Lilith snaps threateningly.
Do not worry, she is a little untrusting of new people.
Marcus explains. After the introductions were complete, they set out towards the ruins. John feels a sense of camaraderie with his new companions. They joke and tease each other, but also shared stories of their past adventures and discussed strategies for tackling the upcoming challenge. When they arrived at the ruins, they find it to be much larger and more treacherous than they had anticipated. The walls were covered in weathered hieroglyphics, and the air was thick with the smell of dust and decay. Undaunted, John and his team began to explore the winding passageways and crumbling chambers. They meticulously searched every room for treasure while keeping an eye out for traps. It is a grueling and dangerous task, but John feels alive in a way that he hasn't felt since the war had taken his family. Now, if you enjoyed that story, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the loop for part 2 and future Fireside stories.